Welcome to the Friday Happy Hour with victory strategist, award-winning author and your happy hour host, Annmarie Kelly. Each week, Annmarie chats with women who have reinvented, started over or wrote fabulous next chapters. They share how they overcame their midlife challenges and how you can too. So kick back with some good happy hour something to drink and enjoy today's show.
You're listening to the Friday Happy Hour with me, Annmarie Kelly. I'm that recovering good girl and your victorious woman empowerment partner. This is a place for us victory chicks and you men who care about us meet on Fridays to chat about the week and find ways to get inspired and empowered and make our lives sparkle. Thanks for joining me for Happy Hour today. I'm really glad you're here. We're having some fun today. Not that we don't always have fun, but today is like the holiday edition. I guess that's the best way of saying it. It's the holiday edition of the Friday Happy Hour. And here's what happened. A couple months ago, I was thinking about how crazy this time of year gets and how you might like some light chit-chat while you're wrapping presents or running around in the car. So I asked two past guests, both victory chicks and my girlfriends, to join us today. I've known Theresa Hummel Krallinger for, I think, 15 years, maybe longer. She and I met when we were both members of the American Society for Training and Development, which was called ASTD, but they've changed it and focused on talent development, so now it's called the Association for Talent Development, ATD. We both do training workshops, but like many teachers, we do a slew of other things we love, and for Theresa, one of those things is comedy. Theresa is the comedian who first delighted the girlfriends at the Girlfriend Gala in, I think, 2011. And every once in a while, she comes back, and the 2016 Girlfriend Gala was one of those times. And the girlfriends love her. It's Theresa who has the fabulous events I go to at the Pyramid Club. You've heard me talk about the Pyramid Club sometimes when I go there in Philly, down by, I think it's like 16th and Market. So she's the one who hosts those events. And you know Cathy Sikorski. Cathy's the elder care attorney who usually comes to Happy Hour to talk to us about caregiving-related topics. I found Cathy one day when I was searching on the Internet for a guest to talk about caregiving. Doing a blind search like that is always a hit or miss kind of thing, but not with Cathy. From the first time we talked on the phone, I felt like I'd known Cathy for years. Cathy's the one who lost her grandmother. No, not that she died. Cathy actually lost her grandmother at the mall. That story was in her book, Showering with Nana, Confessions of a Serial Caregiver. And Cathy told that, it's a hysterical story, and she told that to you at Happy Hour. And she also told it at the 2015 Girlfriend Gala, because she was our comedy act that year. And I'm still running into girlfriends who remember that story and Cathy. The last time Cathy was here, she was talking about her newest book, Who Moved My Teeth? But that wasn't the topic that got you all buzzing. And I don't think Theresa knows about it, but I'll bet she has something to add. So Theresa and Cathy are both here at the station, and we'll chat about them in just a couple minutes. Not about them, we'll chat with them. And Donna Cavanaugh was going to join us, but she's been battling a cold and lost her voice. So, Donna, if you're listening, I hope you're feeling better soon. And to you Victory Chicks and you guys, I hope you're having a good holiday season. I'm wondering if, like me, you've been going to lunches and dinner parties and, personally, I love all that stuff. I love all the holiday festivities, but it sure takes a toll on my energy and my weight, and probably yours too, doesn't it? Like, have you been feeling like exhausted, and are your pants just a little more snug than they were 3 weeks ago? Well, listen, don't worry, I've got you covered. I have a very interesting guest coming to Happy Hour to talk about weight in a way you might not have thought about, and I think she's coming in the middle of January. That's about when we start getting over the sugar and alcohol buzz that we've had for this whole month. But listen, this week I was at Press Club, and CBS meteorologist Kate Bilo was the speaker. Did you know she's from Phoenixville? And her parents grew up locally. One's from Broomall and the other's from Wayne. And she's a Penn State grad for all of you Penn Staters out there. You're the most loyal alums ever, you Penn Staters. Kate talked about how she got into weather starting with when she was a kid. She was doing, snow stuff when she was a kid. But she studied Spanish in college. And oddly enough, that's what got her the job in TV. Like, she was making a joke about her father feeling better that he paid for her college tuition to get a degree in Spanish. But what happened was she was I believe it was a group and touring a station or something like that. And they said to the group that they needed a person who spoke Spanish fluently, and she did, of course. And that's how she got started in TV. It's so funny, isn't it? So many of the best things in our lives happen by accident. Like when you meet your sweetie, or you get it, you have a great adventure that you didn't think you were going to have. But that's how she got started. And sometimes I wonder about, events and accidents. What's that? There's that quote about luck. You've probably heard it, that luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. Well, you've probably had that happen in your life, and Kate had that happen for her. She was prepped and ready when opportunity came knocking. So now I'm asking, how about you? Are you thinking about what you want to do in the new year? Are you getting ready for it? Oh, I know, you're wrapping presents and you're running around getting gifts. And I don't know what ready means for you for past Christmas. But right now you might be thinking that ready means just, the dinner on Christmas and the cookies and stuff. But what does ready mean for that big dream you have for the new year? I'm doing that workshop in January, the Savvy Sizzle workshop, and one of the first things I ask my groups to do is this. Tell me, what is success to you? And what is happiness to you? Not the success and happiness that somebody else tells you that it should be. Like that success or happiness is driving a certain kind of car or having certain stuff. Though it can be, and a lot of times when we're younger, you think about when you're in your 20s and 30s and, maybe even in your 40s, you were thinking, if I only had this house or this stuff. But by the time we hit that mid-40s or 50s or 60s or older, it isn't so much about the stuff. I found in my list of values, I found that health has moved up to the top of the line because I've realized that if I don't value my health, then almost anything else isn't as good. So for you, what is success? And what is happiness? Today, happiness and success might simply be writing for Christmas, but come Monday, what will it be? That's something you can be thinking about over the next week before the new year comes in. But, not right now. You don't need anything else stressing you out. Just let it be in the back of your mind. So before you flip the station, let's go to a break. And while you're doing that, while you go get some good happy hour something to drink, I'll go get Theresa and Cathy. And get ready for, I don't even know what, because with Cathy and Theresa, our conversation can go anywhere. So Go do that. Get some good happy hour, something to drink, and come back and talk with me and Theresa Hummel Krallinger and Cathy Sikorski. You're listening to the Friday Happy Hour.
When you wished you had more time for yourself, and now you have it, but you notice you're keeping busy with stuff, but that stuff isn't making you feel happy or filled up? And when you think about what would make you happy and filled up, you get stuck or feel overwhelmed. And then you go back to what's more familiar, more comfortable, even if it's not making you happy. Wouldn't you love to find a way to start making sense of that deep discontent you're feeling? Well, you're not alone. I'm Annmarie Kelly, author, victory strategist, and the radio show host of the Friday Happy Hour. And I know there's a place for you, one that other women have found to be both inspirational and empowering, and it's the Victorious Woman Project. Go there now and get on my mailing list, where you'll be the first to know about my upcoming online workshops, teleseminars, and more. And while you're there, take a couple minutes to look over my blog. You can download some of the free stuff I have for you and let it get your creative juices going. I'm looking forward to meeting you at the Victorious Woman Project. And that's at www.victoriouswoman.com.
Welcome back to the Friday Happy Hour. I'm Annmarie Kelly, and I'm here with Victory Chicks and my girlfriends Cathy Sikorski and Theresa Hummel Krallinger. Welcome, kids.
Hey, Merry Christmas.
Okay, well, Merry Christmas to you. And before we talk about Christmas, I have this pressing question. Listen, I was at dinner with my alums, my high school alums, a couple weeks ago, and somehow the conversation got started a bit talking about having work done. And, well, actually, I sort of started. I went to see a plastic surgeon don't give me that look, for an actual medical reason.
Of course.
It was, but, the whole time the doctor's talking about what could be done, what I should do, I'm thinking, all right, so let's get to the good stuff. I want to know about that Kybella stuff. Have you seen the commercials for the Kybella? You put it under your chin, and it sucks out all the fat, it dissolves all the fat.
I need that.
No, but wait till I tell you. So he's telling me it sucks out it makes all the fat disappear. So ostensibly you should have your chin should be better, except it's totally dependent on how elastic your skin is. So you could lose all that fat.
Yeah.
But then the skin would still be there.
Then you're going to look like a rooster or turkey.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that sort of shot the Kybella thing, because they thought, listen, if you're over 40.
It was too Kybella to be true.
That's true. So I'm telling this story at dinner about this Kybella stuff. And to come to find out, I was the only one at the table who didn't have anything done.
Who didn't have anything done?
Because
you're beautiful already, Annmarie.
Oh, so nice.
What are they having done, though? Tell me.
Well,
spill your guts.
They did. I was shocked. Because, none of them have that look that look that they've pulled too tight and you don't even look like yourself anymore.
You need to loosen it, yes.
They've almost all of them have had eye work.
Wow.
And one of them had a whole semi-facelift.
Okay.
She lost a lot of weight, and so around the chin, she had all that pulled up.
I work to lift their lids for crow's feet, for what?
Yes. Well, one of them actually had a medical reason for having it done.
Yeah.
She had a droopy eyelid, and it was getting into her. Yes, it was affecting her vision. So she got to have it done
for free.
Yeah. But the rest of them had little eyebrows pulled up, and
wow.
So are you noticing that with any of your friends?
No, my friends aren't doing it. What I'm noticing is that they aren't doing it.
That's not so good.
I admire
sure it is.
their attention to looking beautiful. I mean, my goal when I go out is to not be repulsive. Pretty much that is my goal. If people don't point and say, oh my God, what the hell?
Therese, that's why you go to the Q-Mart, right?
Right. That's why I go to the Q-Mart. I instantly feel better. So God love them for having that attention to having a nice appearance. I
don't object to it at all. You go for it if that's what you want to do.
So those are my high school alums, and then I was out to dinner with someone, and I'm telling them the story I just told you, and so she didn't say anything. But as we're walking out the door, and it's just the two of us, she said, "I've had stuff done."
Wow.
Juvederm. Have you ever heard of Juvederm?
I have, but I don't know what it does.
Yeah, I don't either. But so I said, well, and Botox.
Botox, yeah.
I was like, get out. I feel like, in my crowd, I was the last one to lose my virginity. So I feel like I'm like the last one.
Oh, my God, true confessions.
Oh, my God.
Clearly you don't need it.
Well, that's really nice.
I mean, seriously, or you would even be thinking about it. No, I'm sure my friends haven't. I don't know. I'm going to have the discussion now.
I did not ever know.
But
so you have to bring it up.
So have you like when you look at them now in retrospect, you're thinking, I was thinking they look great.
Well, they do, but that's one thing that we're all really good about when we get together. We all say, "Wow, we really look good for being out of school this many years," and like we just always have complimented each other for. It doesn't even matter if it's a lie. It just makes us feel good.
See, in the back of my mind, the only thing I can think of is the woman who wrote The First Wives Club who died on the table getting a facelift. And I'm just like, it's not worth it. Sorry. No. I'm willing to live with, what oil of Olay and makeup can do for me because...
I'm such an underachiever.
I mean, like so much I want to do.
Underachiever.
No, I'll tell you, I put makeup on today, and I don't clog my pores for just anybody. And then I realized it's a radio show. It really didn't even matter.
That's so funny because
I was very concerned about looking good today.
My daughter said, "What are you wearing?" I said, "It's a radio show. I can wear whatever I want."
Yeah. But just the fact that I put makeup on, that to me is a huge deal.
Wow.
So, and you look lovely, and Cathy, so do you. And even for radio, you did it for me.
We did.
I appreciate
girls
it.
do get dressed for girls, let's be honest.
That's part's true.
Yeah.
So as far as both of you know, your friends aren't doing anything.
As far as I know, but I will check on that and get back to you for sure.
I'm telling you,
I have one
shocked.
friend who did. And you know what? She looks great.
What did she do?
She looks great. She had her eyes done. Like her lids were droopy, so she had her eyes done. So that was all lifted. Let me tell you something. She was an attractive woman anyway. She's in her 60s, beautiful woman, her figure's nice. She works out. The thing that I noticed recently, she's got a young man.
Oh.
She's got a young man.
Well, I'm going to tell my mom that because she's 88 and just had her eyes done for vision reasons, so she also did not have to pay.
She's looking pretty snappy.
Yeah, I'm going to tell her. Boyfriend might be just around her corner, Theresa said.
Your mom's so sweet. She's so cute. So, all right, so here's the thing. We're all busy. So I'm wondering, did you all decorate, bake cookies? What'd you do?
I just told Theresa since 8 o'clock this morning I was baking cookies. Did I bring you a cookie? No, not one single cookie. It never occurred to me to pack some up and bring them. So, yes, baked cookies, yes, house is decorated, yep, ready to go.
Oh, you did it all?
Oh, I did it all.
Good for you.
I did do it all.
How about you, Therese?
No, I still have a pumpkin out, and I'm proud of that. And I put it on Facebook. I said, listen, when the pumpkin...
You have no shame, huh?
No, when the pumpkin rots, I'll hang some lights. But until then, the pumpkin is there. I celebrated a holiday. Inside, we did put some stuff up, though, to make us feel good. So I've got like a little snowman with lights and an angel. So, yeah, so inside. But outside, no.
How about you, Annmarie?
We put a few lights outside, and I have some silk flowers in my plants.
Well, I'm having
poinsettias.
30 people for dinner on Christmas night.
Oh, so you have to.
So it's my turn. Next year it's not my turn. So next year, if we have this conversation, it might be a completely different conversation. Yeah.
Yeah, and usually when we used to have New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, that was always so. But I think it wasn't decorating that was as much of a problem. It was putting it away.
Exactly.
There you go.
I feel that way about groceries. Like, I don't mind buying them and putting them in the cart, but then when I get home, I got to put them away. Seriously? It's so wrong.
And sometimes things you don't know exactly where to put them because you didn't buy it before.
Exactly.
So now you have to figure out
I have
which
a new item.
Yes,
I fall for the marketing. I buy the new item, and then I have nowhere to put it. So I eat it usually.
Oh, well. And if you weren't so thin, I would say, that's not a good thing. But you are, so.
Thank God this is radio. None of you can see me.
She's thin, I'm telling you. And Cathy, now listen. I was on your blog, and I was looking at your Secret Santa.
Oh, yeah.
She doesn't Trish doesn't want to do a gift exchange. She wants to do a kid exchange.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's big time.
Millennials, though. See, this is the thing. It's for empty nesters. You know, they're all whining and complaining. Oh, my God, my kids aren't home. I can't go shopping with them. I can't bake cookies with them. I can't. And I'm like, there's got to be a millennial close to you who's not near their home. So you can just have them. And you can text them, and you can go to their workplace and bring cookies, and you can annoy them just like, you know, their own mother would do. How great would that be? We'll have a millennial exchange.
Nice.
And it solves your empty nest problem.
But see, you know what I was thinking? Because they're not actually your kids.
Yeah.
They might not get as annoyed as your actual kids might get.
Even better. That's a good thing.
They might actually think it's so nice that somebody else is paying attention to them.
Like, I'm sure my daughter's at home right now not listening to me on the radio. She came home from New York last night. We picked her up at the bus station, fed her, you know, made sure she has all her gifts wrapped.
Busy.
She's taking a nap. Mommy's at the radio station. I said, be sure and listen. She goes, yeah, that's not happening.
She knows she can listen later. She'll listen later.
Yeah, she can listen to the podcast. That's good.
There you go.
Yeah. So and now, Theresa, I was thinking about holiday traditions. So what was one of your favorite holiday traditions growing up?
Oh, my gosh. I don't know about growing up, but I'll tell you what my new holiday tradition is. Every year I get a gift certificate from Costco. I have one of those executive memberships, so they send me like a rebate based on what I spent.
Yeah.
So that's my new holiday tradition.
Oh, so you're an executive member.
Like Costco, and I'm very proud of that. I think it's an exclusive group.
It is an exclusive club.
So
I'm not
throughout
in that
the
club.
year...
I'm in the regular Costco club. You know.
See, we get in early, double bit, and they mail the rebate check. So when you get the little rebate thing, you can go and you can use it to shop. Now, I did that this week.
What did you buy for yourself at Costco?
Oh,
I saw your post, by the way. You were in Costco and nobody was reining you in.
Yeah.
And I was going to send you my list because I was going the next day and I was afraid they were going to be sold out of brisket. So
let me tell you,
believe me, I saw it.
That's a dangerous thing, to go to Costco and not have anything specific in mind, but to just have the gift card, which they sent me, and all the time in the world.
Oh.
It was a dangerous thing.
And even worse if they're sampling something.
Which they
always are. Oh, my God, yeah.
What I have realized is when you walk in, there's some, and you can hear it. I thought it was ventilation. I thought it was like a heating system. Oh, no, they're sucking the common sense out of your head. All your reason gets sucked out. No, seriously, it happens to all of us. You get in there, and you're like 3 pounds of cream cheese.
Oh, my God,
I can do this.
Right.
I can do this.
And are you standing there saying, okay, I can make this, and I can make this, and I can make this?
Sometimes I don't even have to ration. I'm just like, that is good. That's a good deal. Think of the amount of bagels I could have with that.
Seriously, if it's Costco, it's a good deal.
Yeah.
We all already. So what did you get?
Oh, my goodness. I did get the 3 pounds of cream cheese. And that was when I got home. I'm like, I am the only one that eats this. Rick doesn't eat it. The cat doesn't eat. I am the only one. I have 3 pounds of Philadelphia cream cheese. So there are a lot of bagels in my future.
Yeah, for sure.
There really are.
But a lot of dips use cream cheese.
Right.
Cheesecake.
Maybe I can make something with it. I could.
Oh, yeah, you can make a cheesecake.
So, yeah, that'd be nice.
So you could use 3 pounds of cheesecake.
Absolutely.
See how you can rationalize?
Totally. Oh, my gosh. Absolutely. Got like the 5-gallon thing of pickles. Did you ever get the 5-gallon thing of pickles?
I can't honestly say
I like pickles.
But I do like
a family that likes pickles. It's a lot of pickles. It's a lot of pickles.
So how long does a 5-pound jar of pickles last?
A long time. I end up throwing out pickles. Let's just say that.
See,
that's crazy because they're pickled.
I know.
They don't really go bad.
But, after a while in the fridge that's been open. No. But, what a joyful experience. Isn't Costco joyful? I think anyone, instead of like getting on, what do we have, all those different medications we're taking now for depression and anxiety, I don't think you need to take that. I think just go to Costco.
Just go to Costco.
I mean, I love Costco. Like I said, I saw your post. The word Costco just went right into my mind and said, I need to send her a list. She's there. She told me it's a good thing.
And for all of my listeners who don't know, I have a friend who goes to Costco during the week when nobody's there.
Oh.
And she walks. She gets her hour walk in,
it's big.
Walking up and down the aisles of Costco.
But I want to know what she buys at the end of that
She
walk.
buys a lot of things. She was the reason why I didn't want to join Costco.
See?
Joseph bugged me for several years, and finally I said, if you want to buy it, if your business wants to buy a Costco membership, good. If you want us to buy it, that's not happening. Because that's what her name's Maria, and she would tell me all the time. She would buy stuff, it would fill up the freezer, and then throw half the stuff out.
Right.
So buying in bulk is not worth it if you have to It's not a good deal.
Again, if we go back to the Santa millennial issue, and you're bringing in those millennials off the street,
take care of that.
You can go to Costco, and solve your problem. You can go to Costco, enjoy that, and you can also get rid of it with the millennials. See, it's a win-win.
Give it away, and they're so appreciative. So they don't have anything. So
that's exactly right.
Well, when we come back, Cathy, we're going to have to go to a break. But when we come back, I'm going to want to know about your favorite holiday Christmas traditions.
All righty.
Either your old ones or your new ones. Everybody stay close and pour yourself another glass of wine. It's the Friday before Christmas. You're listening to the Friday Happy Hour.
Hi, this is Annmarie Kelly, author, victory strategist, and the radio show host of the Friday Happy Hour. I trust you're enjoying my conversation with this fabulous, victorious woman. If you're getting inspired with ideas and feeling empowered, this is just the tip of the iceberg. There's more for you. Tips, downloads, resources at the Victorious Woman Project. Go to victoriouswoman.com and look around and get on my mailing list so you can be the first to know about the newest good things I have for you. That's www.victoriouswoman.com.
Welcome back to the Friday Happy Hour. I'm Annmarie Kelly, and we're here with Theresa Hummel, Krallinger, and Cathy Sikorski. And during the break, we were talking about Christmas cards. And Theresa, you were saying you used to do them, and you have fallen. She said she has fallen off the Christmas card list.
I have, because it was a tradition I had with my mom. I used to print out labels for each of us. So I had Mom's list and Teresa's list. So every year, around Thanksgiving time, we'd take out our list, look at it, and we would go through the list to identify, like, has anybody moved? Are there any new friends that we have? But then we would be checking people off who died. So you would go through, hey, this person died. Oh, dead. Cross them
I
off.
know, Theresa. I had that same experience. I don't send a lot, but I send, to people who live out of state that I know I'm not going to see, and to relatives. And then I'm going through, gone. Moved to a retirement community. It was terrible. I thought, oh my
depressing.
goodness.
You had to give up Christmas cards. You were too depressed.
Yeah, it was depressing. I thought, and how many times can you rewrite your phone book, your personal phone book?
We kept track in labels.
That was a great idea.
It all started because Mom had little palsy. So her hand shook, and we all made fun of her, but she was a good sport. But anyway, watching her eat soup was really kind of delightful. But she really did have a hard time signing the cards. So I said to her, Mom, why don't you let me just print labels? And it got to the point where I actually printed labels that said, love Mom or love Theresa, so that she didn't have to sign the card. But that's what started the tradition. Yeah, miss Mom.
I'm sure
she was really sweet.
Miss Mom. Yeah. Remember we got the moms together?
That was such a fun
great day.
Theresa and Rick had tickets to go see QVC, so we started at QVC and we took the tour, and then we went to brunch, and then we came back to my house and we did jewelry. My mother loved it. She was great. Your mother, on the other hand, was like, I'm not doing this.
She was not probably because she'd be flinging the beads with her hands, because she had a hard time holding on to things like that.
Yeah, her and Rick and Joseph sat in the living room and
had a great conversation,
and we strung beads.
Yes,
I still, one of my friends took me on before I went on vacation. This is in August, to a bead show out in Oaks.
Yes,
and I went crazy.
Were you there? That's Bead Fest.
It is Bead Fest.
That is the mecca of all beaders in the Philadelphia area. It is.
And there was something specific I wanted. I was on vacation a couple years ago, and I saw a purple necklace, and I took a picture of it, and I took it to her, and I said, can I make this? And she said, oh, yeah, sure. And then she told me about Bead Fest, so we went looking for the beads to duplicate it, and then while I was there were other things that she talked me into. I'm saying she talked me into it. She didn't have to go very far to try too hard. And I came home with $100 and some worth of beads.
Easily.
Still in the bag.
Today.
All right.
Today.
We're going to get that on the calendar.
Annmarie.
We're going to get that on the calendar. Beads are like crack. They are like crack.
Yeah.
It's like you really don't want to introduce a friend. You should have them sign a disclaimer like, listen, I'm going to show you this, but just recognize your life will never be the same again.
And sign here. Yeah. I told you that.
Yeah. Like, I'm giving you the heads up. Oh, yeah. You're done.
Well, she knows I like to do that kind of stuff. I just don't have the time.
Right.
In fact, one year she made a kit for me. Have you ever seen the bracelets made of pins, safety pins?
No. Oh, yes.
So she sent me on my vacation, because that's the only time I do that kind of stuff, on vacation. So one night Joseph went to bed, and I made this safety pin bead bracelet.
Cute.
And I wear it a lot.
Yeah.
So it's really nice. This year, when we were at this bead show, she said, you have to get this. It's a kit. It's really easy. So I took it on vacation, excited that I would be able to put this. It was a dragonfly thing. It's really nice. I opened it. I looked at the directions. I couldn't understand the first direction.
Oh, no.
Put it all back.
It.
Came home and said, you know what? Didn't do it. She said, how did it go? I said, didn't do it. She said, not only did she make it, but then she liked it so much and she knew the whole process. She made 3 more of them. While I was on vacation, she made 4 of them, the one from the kit and 3 more. So Cathy, I have to tell you, I know my listeners probably already know this. The last time you were here, you were talking about things that we might need for our moms, like Social Security. It was that time, and health care, Medicare, coming to that time of the year.
Yes, it was open enrollment, yeah. Mm-hmm.
None of that got a lot of buzz. You know what got a lot of buzz?
What?
The big health care scare in the retirement communities.
Oh, I talked about sex in the retirement communities.
Oh, like the villages down in Florida.
Well, everywhere. Sexually transmitted diseases are actually a big problem.
Yeah.
Yes, they are rampant in retirement and assisted living communities right now, and they don't know how to stop it because, they don't know how to stop it.
No, there's
no fear of pregnancy.
There's not a whole lot else to do, really.
Yeah, exactly. And they're not having safe sex, let's be honest, and they're not taking medication for it, and it's not good.
So, Cathy, I want to know, your mom's 88. She just had her eyes done.
Yeah.
Have you had the sex talk with her yet?
I have, but she laughs at me because my mom was married twice, and she said, don't you worry, never again. My mom is done with men. She is footloose and fancy-free.
Good for her.
Yes. She's very busy, very active, as you know, 88-year-old. She still lives in her own house. She goes to church every day but Sunday. I don't know what that means. Kind of scary. And she's
rebellious.
She's rebellious. She's a rebellious Catholic girl.
It's like, I'll go to church.
She belongs to
on my terms.
Clubs and book clubs and card clubs. Yeah, she's great.
How about that?
She has no time for a man.
Men take up a lot of energy.
There you go.
Yeah.
She doesn't have time for STDs either.
And she doesn't have time for that. Yeah, then you have to go to the doctors. It's more doctors that you have to go to.
That's right.
So, Cathy, tell me, what are some of the traditions that you do for Christmas?
Well, I was just telling Theresa, and you, that I baked this morning. I baked cookies starting very, very early, and I haven't done that for probably 10 or 15 years. And my mother, actually, we used to do it a long time ago, but then the kids grew up and, moved out, and who needs cookies? But she decided she wanted to do it this year. So she brings over this recipe from my grandmother, who it's made with black walnuts, which are very hard to find, and they're very expensive. And a lot of people don't like them. They have quite a sort of biting taste. Yeah. But when you make them into a cookie, it's called a lace cookie, and they're very beautiful. Yeah, but they're very, very difficult to make correctly. So we gave it a whirl, and we destroyed every single cookie. We couldn't get one off the tray without crumbling it.
Oh,
they
my
were
goodness.
A mess. Yeah, it was really sad. So, of course, I have a kitchen that's only 10 years old. It's got a convection bake, it's got regular bake, it's got 500 things this oven can do. So I thought for sure we could figure it out. Nope. She goes home to her 40-year-old oven and bakes them perfectly.
Oh, my goodness.
All by herself.
So, well, see, it's like 40-year-old dishwashers. I don't know if they actually last as long as that, but they actually used to get your dishes
cleaner. Yeah, I know. So then I was bound to determine that I was going to make some damn good cookies because I was mad that she made these cookies and I had nothing to show for it. So I started all over again this morning.
Is your mother a Leo?
No, my mother's a Virgo. I think we had that discussion.
Oh, so that's right. So, yeah.
Very organized, everything in its place. Very
She was just trying
regimented.
To prove something. She wasn't a Leo trying to show you up.
No. She was not trying to show me up. That's exactly right. She was bound to determine this was Nana's recipe and this was going to be done correctly. No, she was sad that she actually showed me up. That's the kind of mom I have.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
Wait, do you ever go to midnight mass? And a lot of places don't even have it anymore.
Yeah, not in no. Ours are like 10 o'clock, I think, but we go to Mass at like 3 or 4 in the afternoon, because then I also have people for Christmas Eve. We have traditional Ukrainian Christmas dinner, which is borscht, which I made yesterday, and pierogies and fish, and so we do Ukrainian Christmas on Christmas Eve. So
which side of the family is that?
That's my husband. He's 100% Ukrainian.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the Sikorski.
That is the Sikorski, yes.
Have you ever thought about having your DNA tested? Do you ever see
Oh, yeah, I think that'd be so cool, don't you?
Don't you worry about it, though?
What am I worried
it's a government conspiracy to get our DNA. I really do.
And then what? What are they going to do with it?
I don't know, but
So
they'll have our DNA. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
It just freaks me out. So at first blush, it sounds kind of cool.
I think it'd be really
kind of cool.
Yeah.
But then I wonder, why? Why are they doing this? Who stores this information?
See, I'm like halfway between both of you. I think a little bit like that. I think they want the DNA for government reasons.
Yes.
They want to, and this is what I think. I think if they have your DNA, they can find out whether you're susceptible to any aging diseases. Mm-hmm. So then, it might affect your health care.
There you go.
Or they might kill you.
Could be. Could be. But I do want to know how much...
You do know, girls, like, you can't even use a computer based on that theory, because everyone will know everything about you the minute you enter onto the internet.
That's true.
So
why should just have the test done?
I just let it go. I mean, I'm cheap. That's why I'm not doing it.
Really?
I don't want to pay for it. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I think it's a bargain. It's under 100, isn't it?
Yeah, that's too much. I don't care enough about myself. I'd rather go to a spa, to be honest with you.
Well, I watched that one with the guy who said he thought he was Italian, and then turns out he was Eastern European.
Yeah.
And I think, so I wonder where my relatives all came from. I mean, as far as I can know genealogically back, they all of them on both sides are Italian. And all from the Abruzzi. On both my parents' side, from the Abruzzi
Right,
section.
but you don't know what happened before that.
I don't know what happened, and like they're very close to, all the countries in Europe are like our states.
I mean, we're all descended from Genghis Khan. You know that, right?
No.
Yeah. Oh my God.
That's what they say.
Yeah.
That is what they say.
That pretty much every male in the world has a gene from Genghis Khan. So. Yeah.
Well, I always also think that because Italy, there's only the Mediterranean Sea keeping it from Africa.
Right.
So,
right.
It's not impossible that we could have African blood too.
Sure.
I could be African American.
You could be.
You could be.
And wouldn't that be cool?
It would be. And see, people have mocked me.
I don't know. I have to see you dance first.
Yeah.
Are you good at it?
No, I'm not.
So what is your Italian thing that you're good at?
Oh, I eat really well.
Talking with your hands.
Yeah, I talk well with my hands. Yep. Have a hard time talking without using my hands.
Yeah.
And it's good. It's good that I'm on radio because I can do anything.
See, that's why I think I'm mostly Italian, because it's the talking with my hands thing. Absolutely. But I don't know. Who knows? It would be so fascinating.
I could see that it could be. I could see that it, we would.
Do you know what I think? Maybe people would embrace each other more if they knew that they have, all of these things in their DNA. What do you think of that?
Well, I would like to think that that's true.
There's a thing on the internet where, video where they show people and they say how much they hate of this other, they hate
they find out
people from Turkey or Israel or whatever, and then they find out they actually have that as part of their gene, and they're flabbergasted, and they sort of instantaneously embrace those people in the room, realizing that they are literally brothers and sisters.
But we're all connected.
Wouldn't that be cool, though, that if people could just,
but we're all connected, even if
I believe that.
Not genetically. I mean, we are all
and that whole
connected.
spiritual thing, there's that collective unconscious and all that. My cousin was on last week, and she was talking astrology. So she's a firm believer in that. Well, she does a lot of goddess work. So she was talking about how, you want to talk about a conspiracy, and she believes that the Vatican was built over top of the Great Goddess Cathedral.
Oh.
So, and some of you may...
I'm open to that possibility.
Heard that.
Why not?
But they knocked it down and created the Vatican on top of it. And that's why the Pope will never let women become priests.
Wow.
That's the reason?
No, I don't know.
That's a crazy reason. I don't think that's true. It never is a long time. I think it will change because they're desperate for religious
pain. Pain drives change.
Right? There you go.
But he only just 2 or 3 months ago said he will not.
I know.
Yeah, he said it, but people say a lot of things that change.
We're not giving up.
That's true.
That's right.
We need to go for a break, so everybody hang in there. We'll be back with more Happy Hour with Cathy Sikorski and Theresa Hummel Krallinger. You're listening to the Friday Happy Hour.
Are you one of those women who lived the first part of your life as a really good girl? That is, you did all the right things and followed all the so-called rules for women? I was like that too. But have you noticed that once you passed 40, you have less patience for those rules? Maybe you even think that the rules really don't make sense for you anymore. Maybe they never did and you just didn't realize it. Do you want to go where other recovering good girls meet to inspire each other and support their new empowered selves? Then join me, Annmarie Kelly, and some very fabulous victorious women. We're on Facebook at the Victorious Woman Project. So go to facebook.com/Victorious Woman Project. I'll talk to you there.
Welcome back to the Friday Happy Hour. I'm Annmarie Kelly, and I'm here with Theresa Hummel Krallinger and Cathy Sikorski. And during the break, we were talking about, Cathy, you went to a winter solstice event the other night.
I did, in Malvern at Moonstone and Sage, I think is the name of the shop, which is really nice. Nice shop, by the way, as well. And there were 27 women and 1 man at this winter solstice event. And the shaman, it was also her birthday on the winter solstice, so it was really very interesting. And we went outside and burned up all the things we wanted to get rid of in 2016. Burned them and let them go to smoke. I love doing that. It was very powerful. Well, it's so powerful when you do it with a big circle of people who are all...
Oh, and all that energy's cooking up. Yeah.
So great. It was wonderful. It was really, really a great evening. And I was just saying, it's just an open-minded, event. And my husband came home and he said, well, what did you get from it? And I said, you know what the biggest thing I got is, in this season of craziness right now where you're rushing around and you're trying to please everyone and, make it wonderful for everyone, it was so peaceful.
Sure.
For me, I just walked out of there with just such a great sense of peace. Like, this is nice. This is great. The winter solstice is here, and, we'll snuggle in and have a great little winter.
Usually we go to Center for Spiritual Living for solstice.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah. This was the first year that I missed. Yes, the one in Paoli.
Oh, in Paoli, because there's one in Reading, too.
And there's one in Quakertown as well.
Okay.
And I love going to the winter solstice event. Not that I like midnight mass because you just appreciate the tradition and it brings you back to your childhood.
Yeah.
But winter solstice at Center for Spiritual Living, they often have a drum circle.
Yes, they do.
And they celebrate Christianity, Judaism, Native American.
Nice.
Which is beautiful. And you do feel uplifted when you go.
You do, but also just, like I said, such a calm and peaceful feeling, especially at this time of year when you're sort of feeling a little bit, crazy. It was so nice to walk out of there going, okay, it's all good. Mm-hmm. It's a lovely time of year. Let's love it for what the lovely part is.
I personally, for the winter solstice, to me, is always, we get starting the winter solstice, which was Wednesday, we get 1 extra day of light. 1 extra minute of light.
Yeah, me too.
A day.
Me too. Love it.
And so by the time my birthday comes around in January, your birthday too.
We're also January.
Yes. And so then by then it's a half hour later. And I just feel like all the stress goes out of not all the stress, but a lot of the stress leaves my body. Like I don't even recognize it. Like from September when it starts getting darker earlier and I can't go out for a walk at 8 o'clock at night.
Right.
I think like something happens and my body tightens up. And then as soon as it starts after the solstice and it starts getting lighter, I just feel like...
you feel lighter.
I do. I do.
Nice.
Now, if that would only translate to the scale, that would be super. And Theresa, you were saying, or Cathy, you were saying that people make fun that there's seldom guys.
Yes.
But I remember when I was single and people would say, just keep doing what you love doing. Well, I love doing that stuff.
Yeah.
I traveled in circles with astrology and spiritual stuff, all solstice things. And the people would laugh at me and say, well, no wonder you're not meeting a guy because you're only doing that stuff. But you're telling me do the things I love.
Right.
So where did I meet Joseph? At a Reiki share.
Did you really?
I did. And he was not the only guy who was there, but he was one of the few guys who was there.
And the guys that go to those things, are nice guys.
They're the guys you want to meet.
Yeah, they're nice
absolutely.
guys. They're deep thinkers. They're intuitive. They're in tune with their emotions and their spiritual selves.
Yes.
Well, I would say you should go.
They're still guys, so let's not get carried away.
But they're different kind of guy.
That part's true. I would say that's true. But I think that you can only do that when you're done with the bad boys. You know, when you've had that time and you've done the bad boy stuff, and then you're ready to meet an actual nice guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're not meeting too many bad boys at Center for Spiritual Living.
No, you're really not.
See all the motorcycles parked outside, tattoos, a little crazy. Yeah, they're all lighting up after the service. Yeah,
at the Center for Spiritual Living.
Yeah, not so much.
So let's talk about the new year coming up. And what do you think? How do you think your new year? What would you like to see different? I was saying earlier, and I think that you couldn't hear it out in the lobby, but I was talking about how the two things that I always tell people when they come to a Savvy Sizzle workshop is, first thing is tell yourself what success is for you and what is happiness for you. And then from there, you work with values, and then you start setting your goals. So tell me what you think would be a good this time next year kind of thing for both of you.
Being published. For me, I have to get it done, and there's a sign from God because, and that's very Catholic of me to say, but I was accepted to speak at ATD National in Atlanta in May.
What is ATD?
Association for Talent Development.
Wonderful.
And it's really hard to get in to speak.
It is really hard
for
to
national.
Get in,
It's really hard. And this is only the second time I've been accepted. And they accepted the topic of humor in training and speaking.
Oh my gosh, that's
which
wonderful.
A good friend said, Theresa, if you submit humor, they're going to accept it. And they did. I want to have something, even if it's just a small booklet.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Together, so that I have something to say. Here's a takeaway. Here's something that you can have. So to me, that's huge, along with just being a good soul and hopefully helping others.
And when is that speaking engagement?
In May, in Atlanta.
Okay.
So I'm hustling, my friend.
Yeah, girlfriend.
I'm hustling. I got the outline. I've got to call you.
I'm gonna call you every day. I'm gonna Facebook you. You working on that?
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what works for me? Guilt. Many years of Catholicism, 12 years of Catholic school and Catholic college. So guilt is a motivator.
Okay.
So thank you for the follow-up.
Don't worry. I also went to all those Catholic things, so I know how to do it. I'm a professional. You've signed up with the right person. Yes.
And Italian. That's it.
Yes.
We Italians do guilt well.
Yeah, and it's terrible. The worst thing anybody can say is, you know what? I'm really disappointed. Oh, spike through the heart.
Yeah.
Spike through the heart.
I'm disappointed in you.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. That's my mom didn't have to do anything crazy. She would just say, "Oh, Theresa, I'm so disappointed."
That was it.
And I wished for death at that moment. I really could see nothing worth living for after that.
Okay, well, but you got this. This is so easy for you.
Yeah.
Just get on it.
I am. I'm hustling. I'm getting it done.
Although I will tell you, Cathy and I, I'm going away next week because I'm trying to get my next book finished. I have 5.
Good, because I have you scheduled to speak.
That's in October.
Oh.
Now, I'm finishing it before the end of the year, but I am doing it by going away next week, which is how you worked on your book.
Last year, my girlfriend let me dog sit at her beach house for 3 weeks while they went to New Zealand, and that's how I really got the bulk of my book in structure and whatever. And then I had a November 1st publication date, which I'm happy to tell you, it came out November 1st. It was very exciting. Which is what my goal for 2017 is I am engaging in what you would look forward to do, which is infotainment. I love to entertain, and I do it with humor, as you know, as well. But my book is about caregiving and mostly actually even what everyone should be doing before they even get to that point that they haven't done for themselves and their loved ones. Like, people don't have their act together, and they don't even know it. So that's what this book is about. It's called Who Moved My Teeth, and came out in November. So it's a great title. My big push is to get that out in the world with speaking.
But it's done. It's published. It's just like the marketing of it. Because Cathy was on the show last month?
Yeah, November, National Caregivers Month.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Talking about Who Moved My Teeth.
Yeah.
And Theresa, you're a trainer person, so you can appreciate the play on the Who Moved My Cheese.
Exactly. People actually said to me, men, of course, they noticed it right away. Which I'm like, yep, that's the point.
I had a friend who said he wrote the follow-up to Who Moved My Cheese. It's Who Gives a Rat's Ass.
Yeah, I like it. That's good.
So that's good. So both of you have publishing goals. I, too. I'm waiting to get the 5-year marriage out.
which I'm excited about because
Thank you.
That's such a great concept.
I know. I'm sending you some chapters to read.
Oh, I can't wait.
So, and it's always good when we have Theresa was one of my readers for my first book, Victorious Woman.
That was beautiful because we went through that from idea to publication, like literally from like, this is what I'm thinking, and you did it.
Oh, yeah, it was so strange because I remember when I had and you gave me the first person I interviewed, which Jeanette.
Yeah.
And it was like when I made that decision, and I often tell that story about how that came about, because I kept getting the idea to write Victorious Woman and ignoring it, and then I had like a GYN problem that wasn't getting resolved and whatever, and then finally the day that I realized that I shouldn't write that book, my problem got resolved within a couple of weeks, and within 6 weeks of that day I interviewed Jeanette. She was a fun interview.
Yeah, she's a cool lady. Very cool lady.
We're going to need to say goodbye. Thank you so much for coming today.
Thank you. It went really fast. It was really fun. Thank you so much.
It always goes fast when you're. It just always goes fast when we do this. It's just an hour. Maybe I should do a 2 hour.
That would be fun.
Yeah. But thank you. And thank you both for coming here and for being friends. And I'm ready for a drink. You guys?
Yeah. Happy holidays.
There you go. So. And Theresa, I put on the radio wrap up today, I put your LinkedIn profile because I couldn't find a website for you.
I do. highfiveperformance.com.
Oh, that's right. High Five Performance.
highfiveperformance.com.
I Googled your name.
Yeah, and it doesn't come up. I don't have good, SEO. I got to work on my SEO.
So, but your LinkedIn profile is there, so I guess that would be on your LinkedIn profile?
It is.
Yeah. And Cathy, I put the link to your website, and you can read Cathy's Secret Santa
Millennials.
And to you Victory Chicks and you guys, I'm glad you come to happy hour with me, even if on Fridays you're working on the second glass of wine before I get to my first glass of scotch. But over the past weeks I've run into so many people this year who had tough years, and they'll be so glad to have this year be done. And if you're one of them, I'm sending you light and love and energy to finish out this year and be ready for better stuff in the new year. And I also talked to some people who had their best year ever. And if you're one of those good folks, congratulations. And my wish for you is that you keep it going in the new year. That's how life is, isn't it? We've all been around long enough to know that some years are diamonds and some years are stones. So whatever the year was for you, as we're getting ready to celebrate Christmas or Hanukkah or Kwanzaa and getting ready for that brand new baby year, I thank you for joining me for Happy Hour this year. I hope you've enjoyed our guests, and I trust they made you laugh or made you think or helped you figure something out. And because of that, you changed something for the better. And that's what I love about bringing you guests every Friday. I'm all about helping you live your very best life. And I don't care if you're 40 or 50 or 80. Whatever your age and whatever you're doing, my wish for you is that you're doing it in a way that makes you strong and happy and joy-filled. And that's what I hope to help you do in the new year, too, on the radio, in my workshops and teleseminars, and for some of you, it'll be in my new book, The 5-Year Marriage, which will be out early next year. I wish you a wonderful Christmas or Hanukkah on Sunday, and once it's over, I wish you jazzed up thinking for your goals for the new year. Thanks so much for being one of the Happy Hour Chicks, and you guys. I found so many good quotes for you that it was hard to pick just one, so I had to pick 2. And the first one is from writer and painter Agnes Farrow, and it fits even if you don't celebrate Christmas. And she said, "What is Christmas? Is it tenderness for the past, courage for the present, hope for the future? Is it a fervent wish that every cup may overflow with blessings rich and eternal, and that every path may lead to peace?" And I think that's what we all would like, being every path leading to peace. From Charles Dickens, he said, "I will honor Christmas in my heart and try and keep it all the year." Wouldn't it be awesome if we had Christmas hearts all the time? Well, that's my wish for all of you, not just at Christmas, but all the time. Have a wonderful holiday, and I'll talk to you again in the new year. Chen's on.
Thanks for listening to this Friday Happy Hour. Make sure you subscribe, rate and review today's show. And join us again next week for the Friday Happy Hour with Annmarie Kelly.